Here we go. YouTube, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have some Put Me On. Shout out to at the Chepe Moto. Hitting me in them comments. All right, y'all. Keep hitting that comment section. I'm trying to be very active to one day a week, which is Monday afternoon. What we drop is completely up to you guys. I'm gonna be picking those comments up, and then also some album reactions up on the Patreon if you ever want to check that out. All right, as far as this song, let me know your thoughts on it. Me personally, I just rewatched it. You got me here in real time, and let me just tell you, whoo.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Some absolutely filthy, man. GZA never disappoints. Always on point with the wordplay. All right, let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm out. Peace. All right, let's get it. Hey.
They was told not to ride in Patty's hearse and stay out of Charles' mansion. Took Abraham's Lincoln through the Tar Bridge expansion. Willis reads a map that marked the spot showing. On his left, George burns a blunt, Williams holding. Tara banked the money that Shaka Khan the poor. Alicia keyed his car for giving Melba more. For the Red Fox, she bought off the block, but thought twice as Deborah cocked the gun.
Yo, he's going crazy just on the first parts. They was told not to ride in a Patty's hearse and stay at a Charles mansion. Took Abraham's Lincoln through the Yo, that's fucking insane wordplay. Reads a map that marks the spot showing. On his left, George Burns, a blunt, Williams holding. Yo, what the hell?
They was told not to ride in Patty's hearse and stay out of Charles' mansion. Took Abraham's Lincoln through the Tar Bridge expansion. Willis reads a map that marked the spot showing. On his left, George burns a blunt, Williams holding. Tara banked the money that Shaka Khan the poor. Alicia keyed his car for giving Melba more. For the Red Fox, she bought off the block, but thought twice as Deborah cocked the gun, cause she beat Kelly's price when Rosa parked the truck on the farm in Kim Fields. Linda tripped for trying to walk in Lawrence Hills. Water dripped out of Ferris faucet in the glass. She was super fly, Curtis Mayfield her ass. Chris Tucker to a show, Ted Turner to a hoe. Robert digs the beat, but ain't feeling the flow. But he signed fast for half of Johnny's cash. Nia Long for the album to drop. Cameras flash, Tom Sawyer at the Lucille Ball up in the foyer. He confronted Richard prior to hiring his lawyer. Suge Knight removed the rook off the board. Don King was checked and Al Shaw.
Yo, the wordplay's out of this world, man. The way he's... I don't even know what that's called, to be honest with you. Like, he's using all kinds of celebrities' names, plus he's using like their first name and then their last name to set up the next pun or the next whatever. He confronted Richard prior to He confronted Richard prior to hiring his lawyer. Suge Knight removed the rook off the board. Yo, what? That's a chess right there. Suge Knight removed the rook off the board. Don King was checked and Al sharpened the sword. That's fucking nuts.
At the Lucille Ball up in the foyer. He confronted Richard prior to hiring his lawyer. Suge Knight removed the rook off the board. Don King was checked and Al sharpened his sword. Wetting cream, I ain't wetting fame. Fame is the measure. Raps the land. Place where stars are born. The Saints marched in, Curtis Blow leaned his horn. Tom cruised the boulevard, Chris rocked the song. For the 100th time, they pressed rewind to the beginning. They toast to the rhyme the juice spilt on John's linen. He took it to Elizabeth, Taylor the dry clean, a known seamstress who was scheming on Al's green. You know they shoot for the stars and buck wild, like the kids in the yard who played with James Chow. A blue tissue lace, Erica's bad dude. Sean combed through the evidence just to get a clue. The needle in the haystack from out of Earth is kid. Knew a tiger would kill him once thrown in Brad's pit. Jesse owned the money for the weed, Bubba Spark. Made his journey seem far as he walked in Dick Clark's. Jeffrey's line stuck with a thorn from George Bush. Paul pierced in the heart as the crowd pushed, acting alone. Drew buried more bones of the victims 3 blocks from Jim's brownstone. They shared the same bowl. He caught Natalie's cold. The producer threw the butter on Esther's roll. Nipsey rustled him down, got his jaw wired in an instance. Brooke shields him from the gunfire. Angie stones him to death with those vocals. Keep sweat from the workout just from running local.
Yo, that was awesome.
Fame is the measure.
That was awesome, man. I like that. I like that.
Larry's bird flew out of Nicolas Cage. Joe text messages from Satchel's page. Betty write letters with ink from Sean's pen. Infinite bars, you couldn't tell where the song end. Glenn close enough to quickly dub the tapes. Richard Gere rip while he was climbing Bill Gates. He was a southerner, posing as a native New Yorker. When Jason Kidd took his first steps in Jimmy's Walker. He stayed online, chatting with rap celebs. Used Bernie's Mac to search Veronica's web. It cost him their life for the advice she gave. Now Pete Rose lay on Vanessa's red grave. Wet and cream, I ain't wet fame. Fame is the measure. Rap's a land. Place where stars are born. Wet and cream, I ain't wet fame. Fame is the measure. Rap's a land. Place where stars are born.
I'm about to go through this like a couple more times, like 1, twice, 100 more times. Larry Bird's flew out of Nicolas's cage. Larry Bird, the basketball player. Larry's bird flew out of Nicolas' cage. Joe text messages from Satchel's page. Betty White's letters with ink from Sean's pen. Infinite bars, you couldn't tell where the song end. Glenn close enough to quickly duck the tapes. Richard Gere ripped while he was climbing Bill Gates. He was a southerner posing as a native New Yorker. The Jason Kidd took his first steps in Jimmy's Walker. He stayed online chatting with rap celebs. Used Bernie Mac to search Veronica's web. It cost them their life for their advice you gave. Now Pete Rose lay on Vanessa's red grave. Again, out of this world, like I wonder if there's like a count on how many people's names he used. So that was pretty fire. Shout out the Peche Moto. I believe that's how you say it. So shout out my man or girl. Appreciate that. I'd give that first time around maybe like a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Let me know what you guys would rate this. I gotta listen to it a couple more times and then I'd be able to really be like, okay. Producer Arabian Night. Never heard of him. Oh, is this the actual album here? Words from the G. Oh, that was his first album there. This is it right here. So it's from the album Legend of the Liquid Sword, released December 10, 2002. Look, Beneath the Surface also hit number 1 in the US. It did just as good as Liquid Sword, so that might be something I'm interested in. Looking at it right here. 1999. All right, let me know your guys' thoughts. Hit me in them comments. Put me on. All right, hit them comments. Smash them comments. All right, I'll see everyone on the next one. I'm out. Peace.